Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to make the edit you just saw in the free version of Davinci Resolve with no plugins. It's way easier than it looks, and it's really smooth velocity in the end. So I have a new project opened here. Make sure you're on the Cut tab, and up in your top left corner, you're going to find this icon, click on it, and import your clip or clips. Now that you have both your clip and audio here, you're going to go to File, click on it, and go to Project Settings. Make sure it's on Master Settings, and tick Use Vertical Resolution. Now we're going to go to the Edit tab, and this is where we're going to start. So first of all, you're going to have this little link thing over here. Click on it so it's disabled. Then click on the audio, backspace so you can delete it. Then you're going to drag the audio and delete the video so we have just the audio. I'm going to make it a bit louder. So I have my audio and the clip aligned. Now I'm just going to zoom it in. So basically click on it, then go to this logo and zoom it in however you want. I think this is good. Now click on your audio, and we're going to add marks where the beats are, basically where you want the velocity to be. So just pressing M on your keyboard adds a mark. So I'm just going to add a mark for every beat. Okay, so I have my beats over here, and I think it's aligned. So now I'm going to go to the first beat over here, press B on your keyboard, and click here so you can split it, and then press A to go back. So now we have the before clip and the after clip. We're going to work on the after clip here, so right click on it, go to Retime Controls, and you're going to have this thing pop up. I'm just going to split it, let's say over here for now. Now you're going to click on this thing, click change speed, and then pick whatever speed you like. It could be 50, 25, or 10. It depends on the length of the clip and how many beats you have. The more beats and the shorter the clip, so the slower you want it. The less beats and the longer the clip, so the faster you could do it. I'm going to do 25 since the clip is pretty long, so I can work with it pretty well. Now, as you can see, it's very choppy. So to fix that, click on the clip, and up here in your inspector, if this doesn't show up, you can click on it up here. You're gonna scroll down to find retime and scaling, and then in the retime process, click on it and change it to optical flow. As you can see, it's a lot smoother now. So I'm just gonna zoom in on the timeline a bit, and we're gonna go to the first clip. So what you wanna do is with your arrow keys, you can move back and forward. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 3 clicks back, then press on this arrow again, add speed point, press on it again, change speed, and then you can do 150 or 200. I like to do, let's do 200. Then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 again, then add speed point again, change speed, and put it back to the slow one. So as you can see, okay, that's a bit too fast for my liking, because if it's too fast, it ends up looking choppy. So I'm going to do 150 instead, and then back to 25. Let's look at it now. Yeah, that's definitely much smoother in my opinion. Now we're going to repeat this for every beat. Going to do it one more time. So 1, 2, 3, add speed point, change speed, 150, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, add speed point, change speed, 25, and repeat this for everyone. Let's watch it. Okay, now that that's done, you can just go ahead and close this. It'll still be on the clip, you just won't see it. Now I'm gonna go to this white thing and just pull it so it fades out. Alright, now it's still not the smoothest thing, and we can make it much smoother. So what we're gonna do is right click on the clip again and go to Retime Curve. As you can see, you'll see like basically a graph. So you're going to click on the first circle and click on this to make it like more smooth. And you're going to repeat this for every single circle. Okay, I finished. As you can see, they're all rounded instead of being just a square. Now this is more visible with bigger speed ramps instead of velocity, but I personally do it in velocity either way. So now I'm going to add an adjustment clip, and basically what an adjustment clip is you can anything you do to the adjustment clip, the same happens to any clips under it. So click on it, then go to the Fusion tab, hold shift and press space, and look up camera shake. Click add, then over here, edges, make it mirror, then put the speed down and the overall strength down. So we have this like, so now as you can see there's a shake. Let's make this fade in as well. Okay, now over here, before the in and out, I want it to zoom out, and then when it zooms back in, it's the new one. So we're going to use the adjustment clip for this, and we're going to add a keyframe where it starts zooming out, a keyframe right before the new clip, and a keyframe after the clip. So we're going to go to the middle keyframe, and the zoom here, we're going to pull it all the way out. So look. So you're going to click on this thing, and then as you can see, it shows you what you did. Click on the bottom one and select this one. As you can see, it smoothens it. Now I'm just playing around with it. It's never something specific. Kind of what I like. Okay, I think that's pretty smooth. Now we're going to add shakes. So we're going to add another adjustment clip over here. And I'm just going to change the color so I can tell them apart by right-clicking, clip color, and then I'm just going to pick any other color like yellow so I can tell them apart. Now we're going to zoom in like this. So make it on the first beat, and we're going to go over to Fusion. Make sure it's on the yellow adjustment clip over here. Now hold shift and space again and add camera shake again. What you're gonna do is from canvas, make it mirror, and then over here we're gonna put a keyframe on the overall strength, then go 1, 2, 3. So this part in the original recording did not make any sense, so I'm here to explain it again. So in your adjustment clip, you want 3 keyframes. The first keyframe with the overall strength being 0. Then 3 frames later is the second keyframe. And you can play around with the overall strength however you want. You can make it 100, like the most thing, which is 1, I think. But I find that too intense, so I made it like around 0.5, so it's about in the middle. Then 4 to 6 frames later, it's 0 again, so basically you want the first and last one to be 0, and the one in the middle to be the highest one, which could be anything from 0.1 to 1.0, depending on however you want it. And that's not it. So hold shift and space again and look up directional blur. There are 2. Use the one that has DRBL between 2 brackets and click add. Again, this part did not make any sense in the original clip, so I'm going to explain it again. So for the directional blur, you also want 3 keyframes to match the camera shake keyframes. The first and last one being 0, and the middle one being the highest value you want it. So here you're going to add keyframes to the length of the directional blur and the glow. That's what you're playing around with. So in the beginning and end, you want the length to be exactly in the middle so it doesn't show up, and the glow to be at the very beginning so it also doesn't show up. And in the middle, you can put up the glow however you want, and the directional blur, you can make the length more, and you can play around with the angle. And you're going to try to align the keyframes. So you have the first one here, go to directional blur and add one in the glow and length. Then the camera shake, go to the next one here, add one in glow and length. Then last one here, add one in glow and length. So it's already on 0, so we're gonna go to the middle one right away and put the length up, play around with the angle, and add a bit of glow. And this is what our shake looks like. Now I'm gonna add a marker in the middle here, and I'm also gonna change the color of that. So we want the 2 markers to align. So now select your shake, hold Alt, and drag it. It'll copy it. You just wanna align all of them. like that. Okay, so now that that's done, you can add more things, whatever you would like. Personally, I'm gonna focus on the before for a bit. So the before always has to look worse than the after. So what I'm gonna do is on the side here, the toolbox, again, if it doesn't load, just click effects up here. I'm gonna go to open FX and drag and drop mosaic blur. And then in the pixel frequency over here, I'm gonna make it the most thing. Now we're gonna go over to the color tab. Make sure it's the mosaic blurred one and click on this. This is where I messed up. So if you notice here, I actually selected the adjustment clip instead of the clip I actually wanted to edit. And the adjustment clip is on the whole video. So whatever I do to the adjustment clip is gonna happen to the whole clip. So I'm gonna skip to the part where I realize that and fix it. What? No, did I accidentally edit the adjustment clip? Y'all, I accidentally edited the adjustment clip. Now that we're in the color tab, so you have it selected. We're gonna put the colors down. Basically what this thing is, so in the corners are the most saturated areas and in the middle is the least saturated. So the closer you pull the dot to the middle, the less saturated it is. And depending on where it is, what color it is. So for example, this one would be red and this one would be green. Okay, now I want certain shakes to have a zoom with them. So I'm just gonna select whichever shakes those are. Maybe I want this one, so I'm gonna change the color just to mark it. Let's also do this one. So I have 3 parts where it's gonna zoom in. So in the parts where it zooms in, what I'm gonna do is add another adjustment clip. So we're gonna go to effects, add an adjustment clip over here. Just zoom it in like this. Then right click on it. Clip color, let's do green this time. So we're gonna add a keyframe here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, add one. Then we're gonna go to the middle one and zoom it in. Now zoom into the timeline so you can see this. Okay, now that I like that, I'm gonna zoom it in again. I'm gonna close this and then again add a marker. Let's make it like whatever this color is, and then Alt and move it to every one that you changed. As well as the zooms, maybe we'll have it change color when it zooms in. So to do that, now the way I do it is not the most practical, but it's the way I find works the best. So go over to titles, add text plus, and what you're gonna type is just a bunch of dashes or underscores. It doesn't matter, anything that's like that, just a bunch, go crazy. So just underscore or dash enter, and so on, a lot. Now go down to line spacing and pull it together to do that. Let's go. Now you're gonna go to settings here, unlink them, zoom it in like this a lot, and like this, so the whole thing is covered. Now you might be thinking, girl, you're crazy. What are you doing? You'll see. We're gonna make it as long as this. Maybe, actually, let's do a little bit longer. Go to the beginning of a clip. Go to color, add a keyframe, and change it to red, for example. It doesn't matter. Go few clicks, add one, change it to like purple. Few more clicks, change it to cyan. Few more clicks, change it to green. Few more clips, change it to orange. So as you can see, it changes colors. Oh gosh, what did I just do? So now that we've done that, you're gonna go to settings again, find composite, and instead of normal, change it to hue. So look, it changes colors. That's how I do it. Yeah, it's very non-practical, but I don't know any other ways to do it. Again, we're going to hold it and copy it with every zoom. Maybe not the middle one because it's too much. Gonna make it fade in even more. No, because it's a little too early. Now that we're done with the edit, I can't really think of anything else. I'm just gonna add a watermark. This part is optional. So in order to do so, I like the shakes and everything to be on the watermark too. So I'm just gonna select everything and move it up once. That didn't do anything. Move it up once. That is not once. What is all this? Move it up once. That's not once, but there we go. So we have one empty space here. So I'm gonna go back to cut and import it again. I'm gonna go to photos. I'm gonna import my watermark over here. We're gonna shrink it, place it, and then instead of on composite mode, again, you're just gonna go to overlay instead. So there you have it. I'm never making a tutorial again. I hate it every second of editing this. I am terrible at explaining. And this is 16 minutes long. I don't know how long this is gonna take to post. Y'all better have enjoyed this. I wanna see your edits, okay? If you use this tutorial and post it, you need to tag me, okay? Because I did not just do all that for no one to use it, okay? Yeah, anyway, love you guys. See you guys next time. Bye!